Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Mystery Sports podcast. We were talking. Man United play Villa on Sunday away from home, 4:30. It's going to be a interesting game in terms of what will happen in the top four race, what will happen in the likes of. We should get the league table up in terms of what will happen. Uh, with the amount of games played on Saturday, and if either side can punish another side, let's say City were to slip up, Chelsea, Palace, Liverpool, Sunderland, all them are playing on Saturday, and really the onus is on United or Villa to go and take the 3 points and close the gap. Like Villa, for example, let's say City do slip up, or Arsenal, they can go ahead of them and uh, put kind of Villa making an actual standing point saying, look, we are in this title race, and we're not just a side to be all looked over, or they'll fall off eventually and they'll go back into that top four, top five race. What it could be, obviously, later on down in the season. Villa are a very strong side, and I think, as the title does say, it's a tough away day for United. I think United will definitely struggle in this game, and I wouldn't be surprised, as I'm going to go with my score prediction. If you've watched the previous video, if not, please do check out link in the description below. I do think United will lose the game. I think I've rarely said that United are going to lose unless we play Liverpool or City, and I think maybe the Arsenal game. I think I said we might win or lose. I'm not sure, but I just think United don't have enough kind of. With Embuemo and Ahmad out, obviously at the AFCON, Mazraoui at AFCON, sorry. I just don't see United having that danger that we had against Bournemouth and scoring 4 goals there. I don't think we have enough kind of quality to score 4 or 3 goals, even if fact two, to be fair, away from home at Villa. I'm not going to say it's going to be a 2-1 win to Villa. I think United definitely have a goal in them. I just think they do look quite dangerous. But defensively, I just think United will concede one too many goals. And, I think it showed on Monday night that defensively we were weak without Maguire and De Ligt. And I'm not going to say that they're the answer to the defensive issues. I just think when you have De Ligt in the squad or Maguire in the squad, I think we just look more assured at the back. And I will show you my lineup in a second and what I think, why I'll explain why I think we look quite weak defensively in the back three system that we play without De Ligt, mainly because we know De Ligt is the one who usually gets the nod ahead saying, look, you're starting in that centre position there. Villa's record, though, they're 6 games unbeaten at this moment in time. The last 6 games, they've all won. They've looked really, really strong ever since I think they had that start of the season where they didn't score a goal and they held on like 2 points in the bottom three, sorry. And you're like, oh my God, Villa are awful this year and what's happening? But they've turned it around drastically. It's sat in third position, 1 point behind City, 3 points behind the league leaders Arsenal. It's a really good position where they are. And I think, I myself have dismissed them on winning the league because I do think it will be Arsenal and City who run away in the title race. But, if they were to beat United and the two teams ahead slip up, they're right back into that. They are in it. They're only a point behind City, but I think they definitely cement their place saying, look, we are in for this title race. But I think this is the game, though, for Villa. They've got to go and win the game. And United could be a bogey side for him because they have been in the past, especially like the past couple of years. United won there when Ten Hag was there. They drew last year 1-1. I think it was one of Ten Hag's first games in charge. And I think we drew 2-2, if I can remember there. I think Bruno scored a free kick and Martinez had a bit of a howler that game. So United have been proven a bit of a bogey side, but I think with the quality and the form that Villa are on at the moment, I'd just go and see Villa going and grabbing the victory there. And as I said previously, United defensively just look weak, and that actually moves us on to the lineup. And this is what I think the predicted lineup is for. Well, I've got two kind of lineups because I'm going to go. Let's say Ruben Amorim does stick with his back three and doesn't change to his 4 system that he keeps alluding to, or what's been leaked out and what we saw against Bournemouth. I think we probably would see something like this. So Lemans in net, Shaw, Heaven, and Yoro as the back three. I just think the reason why we are so weak and without Dillo in that, not Dillo, Dillit in that middle where Heaven is, I think Dillit just shows you that like aggression and that class that he has and experience that he has been there just to better than a 19-year-old. I mean, it's obvious. I just think Dillit, we need to get him back as soon as possible, really, and we do look much better at the back. I think Shaw and Yoro probably deserve to start. I think they probably will start. We've not really got many other replacements. I know people say Martinez should be playing. I think Martinez, if we play a back four, will play, and I will rub this out and show you what I think will be the back, what the lineup would be if we play back four. Ugarte, Bruno in the midfield. Obviously, Casemiro was out suspended as they're picking up a yellow card against Bournemouth. I think he probably won't start Mainu, even though he suggested that in his press conference today that no matter what his brother did, Mainu still, it doesn't affect it. I just think we know that, as Ruben Amorim has come out in the press as well, saying that Mainu's competition is with Bruno. So I mean, we're not going to really drop Bruno, are we? And I think Ugarte just slots that in position there. I think if we're going to play Mainu and Bruno in the game as a pair in the midfield is when we're chasing for a win and we're on top. If that does come a case, I think Dorgy plays left wing back. I think it's just the most sensible decision. Obviously with Ahmad not here, Delo right wing back. I think Delo's looked quite okay in his past 3 games. Mount, Cunha, and Shesko. Shesko obviously is the number 9, Cunha and Mount as the 10s. I think that's what we have to do. I don't think Xerxes will start. Obviously, Shesko got a few minutes against Bournemouth, and I think Shesko will probably most likely start. I wouldn't be surprised if we did see Xerxes start instead of Shesko, because we know that Ruben Amorim doesn't like to rush his players back. So that could be a possibility, but I just think Shesko will start, and I think he does give you that option that we probably will be going long like we did away at home against Liverpool. I think that's probably the kind of style of play that we will go. Le Mans will keep going long, hopefully to Shesko winning it to Cunha and Mount, and obviously United to build off that there. But let's say we do play a back 4 instead. I will write this in red so it's a bit different for you guys. I've looked that up. So obviously we'll probably will go with Le Mans in net. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Shaw as the left back, Martinez as the left-sided centre half. I'm going to go Yoro as the right-sided centre half. Dullo is right back. And then this is where it gets kind of difficult. I think your back 4 kind of picks itself and your keeper. Your striker definitely picks himself, and that's like Shesko up top. Cunha definitely in the team, but it's just where do you fit him in and how do you play him in and things like that. So I would go with Cunha on the right, Mount as the left winger. We play Bruno as the 10, and then Ugarte and Mainu as the midfield 2. So this would look like something like this. So a 4-3-3 attack, if you want to go by FIFA formations and how that is laid out there. So obviously Bruno in the 10 as his non-natural position. Ugarte and Mainu as the 2 midfielders. Mount as the left winger. Cunha as the right winger. And Shesko obviously is the number 9 up top. I think we definitely can do something like this. And, I think playing this kind of formation, Ugarte obviously being younger and he's not like Casemiro who's got legs, you can probably cover a lot of ground in terms of the midfield, but it does give the license for Mainu to join in the attack as well as so obviously just an arrow there for Mainu to go forward. I think obviously we know how good Mainu is passing wise on the ball and things like that, so I wouldn't be surprised if we did see something like that and Mainu going forward and starting this game on Sunday. But I think it's quite hard to predict what Ruben Amorim will do because there's so much going on in terms of what happened with his brother. But as he's alluded to in his press conference, that has nothing to do with it. But then when you got the leaks of people saying, "Oh yeah, we're training for a back 4 system," things like that, so it could happen. But I just wouldn't be surprised if we did see the 3 at the back, actually the wing backs and 2 midfielders and the 2 10s as the starting 11. But it's an interesting game. We don't know what's gonna happen. Like United could get an early goal, which if United were to go and win this game, I think United definitely need an early goal just to settle the nerves, and then probably get a second quickly. So it's 2-0, and then just kind of defensively stay strong. And we do look vulnerable, so that's why I've said Villa will score, and let's hope that United can win. But if I'm being realistic, and if I'm looking at it as a neutral's perspective, which is hard to as a United fan, I just see that Villa will go and win 2-1. But yeah, that's my predictions for the United versus Villa game, and yeah, let's hopefully when we do the reaction come Sunday that it is a positive one instead of negative. But yeah, right, catch you all in a bit. Thanks you all for watching.